Two Israeli women, 79-year-old Nuri Cooper and 85-year-old Yoheved Lifshitz, her daughter Sharon.
My mom is saying that they were very friendly towards them and that they took care of them, that they were given the medicine.
She says she was beaten when she was taken through tunnels that look like a spider web, fed one meal a day. The women's husbands were not released. An American mother and daughter were released on Friday. The Israeli military says Hamas still has about 220 hostages. House Pennsylvania Republican Dan Muser dropped out.
I have other commitments that I want to adhere to, and largely leading President Trump's campaign in Pennsylvania. And we have great candidates.
America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And today is Tuesday, and this also marks the day that Kelly's back. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And so she finally made it all the way back from Yankee Land.
I did.
Back down here in the deep south.
Yes.
Well, not quite
Very
the deep
happy
south.
to be back. Trust me when I tell you that.
What in the world were you up to?
I had to go to a conference.
No, you don't have to. You just chose to.
Well, kind of sort of had to, but it's all good. I had a good time though.
Good. Yeah, we could tell you were playing around up there.
Oh, I had a blast. Yes. Yes.
With your witch costume.
I did. Did a witch photo shoot.
Did you take it with you?
No, I had the photos. Yes.
I'd take the witch costume. Did you take it from here to there?
No, I got it there.
Oh, you got it there.
Yeah.
Did you bring it home?
No, but I have a way to get it if I want to wear it again.
We should wear it on Halloween.
I should.
Scare everybody that comes to the door.
Know.
There you got to get one of those witchy laughs. You know how to do one of
I
those?
don't know how to do one of those.
You need to put a pot in the front yard with the dry ice in it, and you and Megan and you and your daughters need to get out there around it in your outfits and have eerie music.
And with some light coming up from behind.
Yeah.
Oh, I should do that.
I did a photo like that for Halloween.
That would be good.
You know,
And then
witch
you could
costume
do that,
in the studio. Just get a bunch of dry ice and pour some water in there a little bit at a time. And it just comes up, and the light coming in from behind it makes it look really eerie.
You could have Robin laying in a coffin like a box,
Uh-huh.
and then when people come up, he'll just jump up.
Sit up.
Put him in the cauldron.
Oh yeah, right.
No, I had a good time, and I loved my witch photo shoot. So it was good.
What brought that on?
I've been wanting to do that for years.
So you went to Boston to do it?
I went to Salem.
Or you went to Salem?
I was in Salem, Massachusetts doing that. Oh, I went to the home of it.
Better be careful. She may come back with some spells.
Went to the motherland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be voodoo. It would be witchy.
Well, which spell?
I don't think I've got a broom around here, but you know.
Oh, I got plenty of those.
Oh, do you?
I got that covered. Yes.
Okay, good.
You got those that just stand up in the middle of the floor?
All by themselves.
I actually
by
do have one that
themselves?
does that.
That was cool.
That's for a story for another day.
Oh my. Anyway, okay. Did you learn anything at the conference, or was just a waste of time?
I actually did learn some things. So
Okay.
that's when I know it's good. Some of the sessions were a little boring, but some were very, very good. I did learn some stuff.
Okay,
So I
cool.
like that. Yeah.
Got a little bit of good news this morning. It
Okay.
happened yesterday. Israel confirmed that what have they got now? 4 of the hostages have been released.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I think it's
Good.
been 4.
2 elderly women last night.
Yeah.
Yay.
They got still about 215 or so still being held by Hamas. They were captured on October 7th. It's part of a deal brokered by Qatar among several nations. No real details were released, nor were the names and home countries revealed of all of the hostages. A couple of them were. So it's getting close. It's getting very close to the ground attack.
I agree with that.
It's going to happen unless Hamas comes around and starts releasing hostages. If they do, then things will possibly work out for Hamas. But if they don't, it's going to be a problem. Israeli Defense Forces spokesmen have said they killed 5 commanders of that key Hamas unit since fighting broke out. The Hamas Aerial Array has employed a variety of weapons against the state of Israel and played a significant role in the October 7th massacre. Israel has so far restricted itself to launching airstrikes against known Hamas installations only, those in Gaza, but the military appears poised for a ground assault as well. Military experts say such an operation is the only way to ensure the destruction of Hamas, which is Israel's stated goal. They want to go in and they want to kill. So, and get rid of them.
Yep.
That's the only way you can exterminate vermin, is to kill them.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Well, I'm all for taking our time and getting as many hostages as we can
Yep.
out, and the innocent people.
Well, yeah, because I think Hamas has embedded themselves into the local population
Oh,
where
well,
they're
yeah,
hiding.
That's
So,
where they hide.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. They use them for shields, human shields.
Right.
well, I know in Boston on some of the street corners, like on the poles right there, they had kidnap signs
Mhm.
and they had pictures of some of the people being held
Yeah, I
hostages.
saw that on
And
the
they had
news.
they had their names, everything about them. I mean, it was very sad. It was a lot of them.
Yep.
You see any protesters?
I did not see, and I looked. I was looking.
You were
Probably a
gonna-
good
I
thing
was
you
going to.
did.
Yes, I had something I wanted to say, but I did not see any.
Too bad.
I know.
Well, I went to yesterday's annual remembrance of the troops who were slaughtered while they slept shortly after 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, the 23rd of October, 1983. 241 of those killed in the truck bomb suicide attack on the Marine Corps barracks in Beirut were assigned to Camp Lejeune. The Marine Commandant, he's newly appointed, newly sanctified. They finally got one they accepted. General Eric Smith was one of the speakers at the event yesterday. He and others pointed out that Marines from Lejeune are now en route to undisclosed staging areas in the Beirut region.
Mm.
Oh my.
We knew that was going to happen.
It's going to be near Israel, near Gaza, near Lebanon. We got troops there. We got troops from Camp Lejeune that are out there.
Mhm.
He noted how the Secretary of Defense said action would be taken if those Marines are harmed in any way. That's about the most the DOD said. The general said he's making it clear in his own words yesterday, and he says, I can say what I want to say.
That's right.
I like it.
Go,
You
General.
ready? If anyone attacks those troops, someone else will be raising the attacker's children.
Oh, I
my
like that.
goodness.
Nice quote.
Wow.
I couldn't have come up with anything better myself.
I am
General.
all for that.
He put it out there.
I like him already.
Yeah, I did too. Words that rang out loud and very clear to the large number of Marines, active duty, retired, and prior Corps in attendance yesterday. That place was packed. Closest parking space I could get was in front of City Hall.
Right. They were
Oh,
bussing
wow.
them in from
That was
New
a
River
long,
Shopping
yeah,
Center.
and there were a
Yeah.
lot more were walking than were.
I know Stuart Hopkins
including
parking
me.
lot was packed also.
I
People
walked.
parking everywhere.
That was a long walk for me.
Mhm.
If I
Yeah.
had known, I'd gone with you.
I was driving.
Speaking of the event, the weather was crystal clear. The speakers, including the Secretary of the Navy, Jacksonville's Mayor Sammy Phillips, and others were well received yesterday. The 29th Commandant was in attendance. 95-year-old General Allen.
Yay.
He
I
sat in
love-
the audience with a variety of dignitaries, including 3rd District Congressman Greg Murphy. He was there. He brought another congressman. I forgot where he was from, but he was there as well. Impressive that there were dozens of Marines who survived the blast 40 years ago. They were in attendance. Many relatives of those who were murdered also attended yesterday, the 40th anniversary. A lot of the jackets and other clothing had patches highlighting a bunch of war zones, including Beirut. I saw one gentleman with a shirt. I forgot whether it's a sweatshirt or a shirt. The back of it, it said 0622 and then the date. AM, 6:22 in the morning is when that occurred, their time.
Yeah.
Wreaths were laid as the services concluded. A lot of very good people there. Secretary of the Navy was there. It's it was a beautiful day, wonderful day. Second Marine Division Band was performing.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
they were awesome. I watched it
Oh,
on TV, and
you,
it was.
you couldn't hear it like they said it. Like
Oh, I
it was
imagine
done.
not.
So,
They were all in their dress blues. Oh,
Yeah.
whew,
yeah, I saw them. And it was
Nice.
so crowded. I had a hard time getting around.
right. I imagine.
So I did have a press pass, so I was able to get in
Right.
and walk right on in very quickly. Though I had to be searched. The guy who, the media coordinator there, he said, you don't have any like knives or guns or anything on you. I said, no, I left those. I don't have any of those. I left all of those at home or in my Jeep, and it's off premises.
Hmm. Yeah, they had a lot of security.
It
And
was
they were saying they were
JPD
gonna
was
have
there,
it.
Sheriff's Office was there, Highway Patrol saw them. Everybody was directing traffic.
Right.
CID, and I'm sure NCIS, CIDs they're pretty obvious.
And they also had drones out
Mhm.
hovering, watching. What in the world? A thread. They
You're
had
coming
drones.
apart. You're
I know.
unraveling.
I was just like, what is it?
But it was a very nice ceremony. Parents, other relatives of the victims were there, and there's some very old people there.
Yes.
That 40 years ago. Think about
40
it.
years ago, right.
Remember the day well
Yes, I do too.
when I woke up and found out what was going on.
So someone very near and dear to me survived that. And
Hmm.
I guarantee you they were there yesterday. I need to ask him.
There was a guy who became a friend of mine and an employee of mine. He was offshore on a ship.
Mhm.
He's a Navy photographer, and they choppered him in right away to start shooting pictures, documenting the stuff, and he did. And I know he did because he came to me as a news photographer. And I said, he's a veteran, and he was only 37 years old, spent 20 years here. Now do the math on that one.
Mm-hmm.
His daddy signed him up when he was 17. So he spent 20 years in, got out, came back to Wilmington, and he produced a documentary some years ago, probably 20 years ago now, maybe not quite that long. Yeah, it was probably about 20 years ago. And I helped him shoot part of it up there at the Beirut Memorial. Helped him out. But he wanted a job as a photographer, and I'd asked him if he had ever done any motion picture stuff, video or anything like that. Nope. But I've done a lot of photography. So he opened up his book, and there he had the pictures he shot in Beirut.
I can't wait to see the pictures you took yesterday. I bet they're I know they're going to be awesome.
No, they're not that much. It's just, I was assigned to one little spot. You don't get to move around a lot.
Right, right.
We got to
Well, I'm
move one
sure
time.
they're awesome.
So we'll see. Yeah, it goes. Anyway, you missed a great ball game Friday night.
I know, I heard.
Oh, my
Yes,
goodness gracious.
good.
But you guys kept me updated with the score.
Oh, we did.
I know.
That's
I
good.
every time I'd pick up the phone to do the score, Rayford was already on it, and I was like, okay,
Well,
he was right on it.
I put the score down in my phone
Right, and then hit enter
and didn't hit enter because I knew what it was going to
when
be.
it was time. Right,
Mhm.
right.
I was doing my photo shoot, so you were
I
keeping me
figured as
abreast
much.
during my photo shoot.
Yeah,
That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming up this morning, we think
We hope.
we requested. They said yes, and it finally looked like it was confirmed. I started it on Saturday or Friday.
Yes, you
which
did.
day, to get Congressman Murphy to give us a call. What I'm calling the House mess. I want to hear about it. Today's a really good day to have him on because
Yes.
the Republicans are going to go, I guess, behind closed doors and narrow it down
Yes.
from the now 8 to 1.
Right. One dropped out last
Yeah.
night.
One of those 8 will be the Republicans' choice to replace as Speaker of the House. I almost said Eugene McCarthy. Good God, that's way old, isn't it?
Mhm.
That yes.
Huh. To replace Kevin McCarthy. But anyway, nobody else has been able to make any headway with the dissident rebel Republicans who are voting with Democrats. And I really, really, really hope, I'm not a party person, but I seriously hope the folks back in their home districts take note of that.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
They are what I guess some Republicans call rhinos. Republicans in
Yeah.
name only.
Mhm.
So
The whole thing's a mess. It's
Yeah,
very
we got
disturbing.
It's
a bunch of-
embarrassing.
we got a
that's
bunch
what
of them around
Republicans-
here, and they are dissidents. That's
Yeah.
Yes,
the
we
word
do
that
have
I
some of
use.
those groups here.
and they're the extreme right, radical, ridiculous, robotic.
That want to call us rhinos.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they can't call me a rhino.
No, but they call us.
They can call you rhinos.
Yeah.
We'll have to think of a name for the unaffiliated here. We've got
Darling.
dinos and rhinos.
Darling would be good.
Darling.
They're just darling. All of us unaffiliated.
Okay, darling.
We're just all darlings.
Hello, darling.
Yeah.
And we've got chinos. Don't forget those.
What are the chinos?
Christian in name
Oh,
only.
that's
that
right.
one,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah. Somebody
That's a
came up
local.
with that.
Somebody here locally came up with that nonsense. I mean, it's almost comical at this point.
Okay, let's go ahead and take our first break. You guys, you got some time if you want to shout out now. Now's your time to do it. You wait till the last minute. There's a certain point in time I'm going to start stopping taking calls. The last few minutes of the show.
Get it, right?
Oh, yes. The last
It's-
few minutes is hard.
Because we're trying to wrap up, and then we
We
get
have
callers that call
commercial.
in at 58 or something like that, or tie up the phones or whatever. It's okay. I just don't have to answer it.
Yeah, we love to hear from you, but
We
call
do,
early
but
to
call
where
early
we can
enough so we
talk.
can talk.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
right.
Yeah, because we have to sign off at 9.
Yeah,
Those
we're going to
last-
sign off at 9.
Last few minutes, we have a commercial break and
Yeah.
then, enough time
a
to say
lot.
goodbye.
Yeah, let me put it to you at 50, at 8:50, we have to take a commercial break.
Mhm.
And it's going to have anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes of commercials in
It
it.
is.
That's
When we
Yeah.
get back,
We just have a few minutes to.
we
kind
have
of
to
wrap
chat.
up.
We have to wrap up. We have to promote the next day. We have to do this. We have to do that. So,
Mhm.
you're going to have to help us out with this.
I
Okay.
agree with that.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
yes, most
Yeah. All right.
definitely.
Right now it's time for a break. You're live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can save just by being you. DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback. And by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe just by being yourself. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today. Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other state driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get where you want to go. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility, and designed to deliver a premium cut. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge. Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Half-cut boneless ribeye loin is only $12.99 a pound. Beef short ribs are only $5.99 a pound. Boneless sirloin end pork chops, just $1.99 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground chuck, $3.59 a pound. Pork spare ribs, just $1.79 a pound. And jumbo packed fire wings, just $2.99 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Urban Produce, Bartlett, or Bosque pears, just $1.49 a pound. Buy 1 pint of sweet grape tomatoes, get 1 pint free. Western apples, just $1.99 a pound. Fresh yellow or zucchini squash is only $2.49 a pound. Jumbo navel oranges, 99 cents each. North Carolina grown sweet potatoes, just 89 cents a pound. And jumbo green bell peppers, 99 cents each. And you get 2 8-packs of the 12-ounce size of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $10. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with P.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you cool.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Needing service on your present cooling system? Just call Down East. Looking to replace your cooling system in your home or office? Down East and Bryant is ready to do whatever it takes to keep you cool on these hot summer days. Ask about 0% interest for 60 months. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
7:25 now. Doors at Tideline Marine open no later than 8:30 this morning, and every day, Tuesday through Saturday at 8:30. Tideline is closed on Sundays and Mondays. Tuesday through Friday, they close at 5. On Saturday, the doors close at 2 o'clock. Why wait until the last minute, though? Don't wait until the last minute to come in. Just don't wait till the last minute to call us. You want to talk to us? Call us early. Don't wait till the last minute to come into Tideline. First of all, there are other people going to be in front of you. Guess what? You wait till the last minute, that last lure on the wall might be gone.
Might be. Oh, I
by
would
the
cry.
guy just in front of you.
I would cry.
You know, there are things you want. You absolutely know in your heart there are things that you want, especially now that the trout bite is on. Take a gander at all the wall of lures, from soft plastics to hard baits like mirror lures. There's something there that's sure to strike your fancy. If you need help with your outboard, technicians work on Mercury's, outboards, Yamahas, Johnsons, and Evinrudes. If you're not having any issues right now and you just want some routine maintenance, that can generally be handled within a week or so. Sometimes, depending upon what's in front of you, within just a day or two. If there are issues like starting and running, it's going to take a little longer. If you like changing your own oil or doing other minor routine maintenance, Tideline generally stocks the supplies you'll need. Give them a try. Stop in, say hi, and even if you don't find anything that you want to buy right away, be sure to enter the weekly drawing for some really cool supplies. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Northeasterly winds today around 10 knots, seas 3 to 4, dominant period 10 seconds, sounds and rivers just a light chop. Thursday, northeasterly winds 5 to 10, seas 3 to 4, sounds and rivers again a light chop. And on Friday, again, northeasterly winds 5 to 10, becoming southeasterly in the evening, then becoming westerly after midnight, seas 2 to 4 feet, sounds and rivers still a light chop.
Today, sunny, high of 73. Tonight, clear, low of 49. Tomorrow, sunny, it gets warmer, a high of 78. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 55. And on Thursday, wow, it's going to be sunny and 80.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, 80 degrees.
Trying to fool us. They're trying to fool us.
trying to get us ready for
That's right. Just
the
about time you
ultimate.
get the flip flops back out.
Another city, another big city mayor. This one, the mayor of Washington, D.C., has changed her tune on the post-George Floyd rebellions demanding fewer cops and defund the police movements. Mayor Anna Muriel Bowser, like so many other liberal municipal leaders, have found out that cops had their hands full before their liberal attitudes went rampant. Why, you ask? Simple. The crime rates in their liberal world went out of sight after they started laying off cops, after they gave police a lot of bashing. So the crime rate went up. What did you expect was going to happen, idiot?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is laughable, honestly.
So now Madam Bowser has proposed what she calls the Addressing Crime Trends Now Act. Which clarifies the distinction between a serious use of force and incidental contact with the neck.
With the neck?
With the neck. Ensures officers can review their body-worn camera footage prior to writing their initial police report in certain circumstances, makes permanent clarification of vehicular pursuit, and defines what information will be posted publicly related to officer discipline.
What the neck? I don't know. That's crazy.
She and other municipal leaders across the country still do not understand what happens on the streets late at night when a cop is the only good guy present without benefit of supervisors, elected officials, the media, and legal advisors. Their training and experience, sometimes both may be lacking because of staffing issues due to funding cutbacks, take over. Along with that comes an overwhelming desire to go home to your wife or husband and children. We're ever so lucky here. The mayor of Jacksonville is a 30-year career cop, reaching the rank of a deputy chief before he retired. Our Board of County Commissioners has 4 former local and federal lawmen among the 7 members. They know what it takes to walk the walk and talk the talk. The sheriff of this county and the police chief in Jacksonville have at least 60, many more combined years on the job at a number of levels. Thank goodness for their leadership, and a reason we don't have the issues facing so many other cities across this nation. If only the politicians in Washington and other places could understand what law enforcement officers must endure every day of their lives, maybe, just maybe, they would think twice before opening their mouths. As the saying goes, are you ready? Best to keep quiet when others think you are a fool than to open your mouth and prove them right.
Well,
that's my 2 cents worth this morning. Anybody want to chat? 910-333-0139 for your calls. And let's see, I guess we probably need to go ahead and take on some of the other issues out there today.
I just want to say, go Marjorie Taylor Greene. She wants to bring a resolution to censor Tlaib.
Oh, yeah.
Accusing her of
Semitism, yeah.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Activity, right. Yeah, I mean, for a congresswoman to stand up and do what she's done.
Well, you know, if somebody would get up and say the same things about her background that she says about others' backgrounds, she would be all over it. That's just hate.
Right.
Well, what are you doing? Witch?
Well, I mean, the news, the media chases her down the hallway to get her to respond to it. Like, how do you feel about babies being cut out of the mother's stomachs? How do you feel about children being burned alive? But yet she wants to sit up here and talk about, sympathize with terrorist organizations.
How about Hamas cutting the heads off babies? How about Hamas chopping with a shovel, chopping the head off of a man that they had already killed?
The stories coming out of there. Took 20 children and tied their hands behind their back and then burned them all alive while their mothers watched. I mean,
sick.
I get the hostages out and get the innocent Palestinians out and then go in there and just bomb the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but ash. Nothing but ash left.
Yeah.
But they're saying that a lot of those Hamas were on some kind of crazed drug at the time that they did this.
Likely. Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good morning. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get over to the Beirut Memorial. It was very crowded there.
Oh, it's very crowded.
Yeah, so I had gone over. I go over there quite a bit. But, yeah, as you were saying, I guess in law enforcement and being in the armed services, I've seen that events come up that are time interval sort of related, where the bombing in '83 was pretty much, it was 25 years after I think we first got involved in Lebanon in 1958. And then, the big event 5 years from that was the killing of Kennedy, then the Tet Offensive in '68 and the killing of Robert Kennedy, and also the first bombing of the Marathon in October of '68 in Boston. And then '73, I remember a plane crashing in Boston with no survivors. But the first bombing, I think, took place in '74, where they collapsed the building like that, targeted at Marines. And I think 22 died that year. And it was in Lebanon. And then 5 years later, they had the Fuji fire that killed 42 right away in the fire, burned to death. And then numerous others burned severely that were medevac. But I had gotten used to looking for something to happen in these time intervals, that something's going to happen this year based on it happened 5 years ago, 5 years before that, etc. And it seems to be these reoccurring events of psychopaths trying to bring up something,
Well, this
it was
whole
like the Clockwork Orange movie.
Yeah,
we had psychopaths going out and kill people. They went through all this psychotic treatment. Never should have been released again, but they were. Said they were cured, and then they start doing it again.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's just something I just noticed. These intervals of time are usually roughly around 5 years. And you saw like even the bombing of Pearl Harbor, like almost 9/11 50 years later, so, or 60 years later. So anyway, it's just something that seems to be this recurring thing.
Yeah, this particular attack was actually the mastermind, the planner of this thing was a guy named Soleimani. We killed him in, what was it, 2020? So he actually had put this plan into motion, how to commit these atrocities in Israel before he was killed. So that plan in itself is probably 4 to 5 years old.
Yeah.
It took that long to make it happen. But anyway, it was, the plan was there and they carried it out on October 7th.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I just saw I look back at stuff to see what could we expect to happen this year, or what, if something like this is going to happen again, is it going to happen next year, etc.
Well,
I look for something like that to happen, just because.
Well, here's what you can look for, Bill, right now, with the number of people that our Border Patrol have gotten is this year. I think it's like 120 that people that were on the no-fly list, the people that are known terrorists that they caught inside this country or trying to get into this country. How many more are in this country? How many sleeper cells are out there? How many of them will be planning a major attack at some point in time, like you say, on a momentous occasion? And it may not be until next 9/11. It might be Christmas. It could, it could be at the World Series. It could be at the Super Bowl. These things are what people need to be concerned about.
Oh yeah.
And if you see something,
for something like that,
if you see something, say something. If you feel like there are some sketchy characters living near you and doing whatever here and there, then say something. It doesn't hurt to call 911 and let them know that there's something unusual happening over there. Don't want to call 911? Call the FBI's tip line. They've got them listed. So anyway.
That's good. Thank you.
All right, Bill. Thank you. Appreciate your information.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye. Okay, let's take our break. 910-333-0139, 910-333-0139. You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
The holiday travel season is almost here, and if you need automotive service before hitting the highways or just regular maintenance, Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, is here for you. Cedar Point Tire is more than just a tire store. They offer fast auto service from tune-ups to flat tire repair, all alignment and suspension services too. Cedar Point Tire. They carry all the major name brand tires, so they likely have your preference. It's simple. For all automotive service and tires, call 252-393-3188 or visit Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, 1083 Cedar Point Boulevard. Cedar Point Tire thanks you for your patronage and wishes you and yours the best holiday season and a happy new year. Come ride with us this holiday season.
Great Gas and Oil Company. And of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville. And 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to get painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
We're back over there in Oregon, Portland. Story here. An off-duty pilot riding in the extra seat in the cockpit of a Horizon Air passenger jet tried to shut down the engines in mid-flight and had to be subdued by the crew. Really?
That's crazy.
I would open the door and let that sucker out about 10,000 feet.
Yes, sir.
Just solve that problem. Authorities in Oregon identified the man as Joseph David Emerson. He's 44. He was being held Monday on 83 counts each of attempted murder and reckless endangerment and 1 count of endangering an aircraft. This is according to the sheriff's office there. The San Francisco bound flight on Sunday diverted to Portland, where Emerson was taken into custody by officers from the Port of Portland. He is to be arraigned later today. The airline said in a statement that the captain and co-pilot quickly responded. Engine power was not lost, and the crew secured the aircraft without incident.
Phew.
No weapons were involved. One of the pilots told air traffic controllers that the man who posed the threat had been removed from the cockpit and was in handcuffs in the back of the plane. Where'd they get the handcuffs? I guess they carry them on the plane. I just thought they carried the little flexible cuffs.
Well, what's crazy is they said that he attempted to shut down both engines by pulling the Embracer 175's engine fire extinguisher handles. I guess that would shut the plane down.
I don't have a clue.
Wow. That's crazy.
The radio traffic said, we've got the guy that tried to shut the engines down out of the cockpit, and he doesn't sound like he's causing any issue in the back right now, and I think he's subdued. Other than that, we want law enforcement as soon as we get on the ground and part.
I imagine the subdued part came in when you probably had some big burly passengers sitting on them.
Probably when he got whomped a couple of times.
It said 10 police officers entered the plane. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My goodness gracious. This flying stuff is sometimes kind of crazy. FAA records show Emerson has a valid license to fly airline planes.
He did.
Yeah, he used to. Property records show he owns a house in Pleasant Hill, California, about 30 miles from San Francisco. The district attorney's office there in Portland, near Portland, in Oregon, said that the public defender's office have not responded to inquiries about whether Emerson had an attorney to comment on his behalf. A retired airline pilot who is now a safety consultant said it isn't hard to activate the fire handles on a jet. You want them to be accessible in case of an engine fire. He said it's possible to restart the engines once the fire handles are returned to their normal position. So that's what happens. You hit that fire handles because you may have an engine fire.
Right.
And to shut the handles, and it shuts the engine down, shuts the fuel supply down. But you can restart them if you can get the handle back in position.
Get it. Yes. Okay, cool. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I saw that breakout yesterday because, we were talking about it being the anniversary of the Beirut bombing and everyone was on high alert. And then that happened. And I'm like, uh-oh, is this the beginning?
Yeah, it's a mess. 400 terrorist targets in the last 24 hours were struck by the Israeli Defense Forces. 400 targets. That's a lot of flying. They're doing it with airplanes. They're pinpointing their targets.
Yeah, I watched that one channel at nighttime. It's a live shot from Gaza. And you can watch the airstrikes and then the defense missiles going up. And it's crazy. You can hear dogs howling and occasionally a rooster. It's just crazy.
One of the cameras on the plane showed one of the targets struck, including a bunch of terrorists setting up to fire rockets towards Israel, an operational tunnel shaft along Israel to be infiltrated through the sea, and Hamas command centers and staging armaments in mosque.
Oh, no, Rayford.
Terrorists hiding in mosques, setting up their staging areas.
Absolutely.
And they think Israel is not going to go after them. Have they not been paying attention over the decades to what the Israeli Defense Forces will do, what they're capable of doing?
Well,
Have they not heard of Mossad? I just... Oh, look what popped up on my stuff here, Kelly.
Oh, I like that. Someone was
Killing the
reading
witches.
that on the train. I saw a guy reading it.
This ground war, whenever they get it going, is going to be ruthless. There's going to be a lot of collateral damage. We know that. A lot of it's going to be inflicted by Hamas. We know that. There's no doubt about it. They will start killing hostages. If there are any left by that time. If they're hitting their headquarters where they're setting up to do staging, and they've already taken out 5 key commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. And they're demanding that Israel turn the gas back on because they've shut it all down. They shut down food supplies.
Yes.
They shut
Well,
down
what did they think was
fuel.
going to happen? Like, how? I mean, this is sadly what happens in war. Like, what?
Well, it is war.
What they think?
Israel declared war on
Yes.
Hamas.
And what did they expect? I'm a little confused.
Well,
Very confused, actually.
It's going to get worse. I guarantee you that. Gaza is going to have some very serious problems. Unfortunately, the innocents in Gaza, they should be leaving. They're saying they don't want to leave because they know what occurred 75 years ago or something. 1948, they left and then they couldn't return. Israel would not let them go back into Gaza.
Well, there probably wouldn't be anything left now.
No.
Right. I mean, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take a break time. 910-333-0139. Want to chat? Again, it's 91. We need to hear from some new callers too. We haven't had a lot of new callers lately. I like those that we have on a regular basis, but I know a lot of you folks out there listen, and you just haven't given it a whirl. Give it a whirl. We'll ring a bell or something.
Yeah, when you call in by phone, nobody sees you.
Nope. We don't.
We just hear you.
Yeah. You're live at Local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Are you looking for a ring for the perfect girl? We have hundreds of rings in our beautiful showroom. Want a ring as unique as your girl? Then we'll custom design a ring especially for you. Not sure if you want lab-grown diamonds or an earth mine diamond? No problem. We'll take the time to explain the difference. We guarantee to find a diamond as exceptional as your girl. We hand select every diamond that comes into our store, and it has to be a sparkling fireball to make it in our showcase. Our long-standing relationships in the industry guarantees you to get the most competitive price on the highest quality diamond. We offer custom financing so that it's easy to buy the ring of her dreams. We have rings for every budget and a vast selection of loose diamonds. So I invite you to come visit us today at Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. The Lutz family has been a part of thousands of I Do's for over 72 years. Nobody does I Do like we do. Come see why we're Jacksonville's oldest family jeweler.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, next to Sam's Club Jacksonville.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville. Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint. Phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties. And looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Barker Electrical Corporation, located at 3163 New Bern Highway, Jacksonville, takes this time to say thank you for your past patronage and wishes you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. Barker Electrical Technology Corporation has proudly been serving the electrical needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2002, specializing in residential, commercial, and heavy industrial work. Barker Electrical Technology can handle repairs for existing homes, hot tubs, swimming pools, pool houses, control systems, and exterior structures. Now that we're in the hurricane season, it's the perfect time to get that new generator installed for all the storms Mother Nature throws your way. Fully licensed and bonded, Barker Electrical Technology is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Phone 910-358-2187. Online at barker-electrical.com.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843. Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's about 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock. And right about 8 o'clock, we're expecting a call from 3rd District Representative Dr. Greg Murphy. He'll be joining us in here this morning. And so we got a lot of questions for him about the mess in the House.
I'm so sad, too, because with these new maps, he's not going to be our congressman here in Onslow.
We're going to talk to him about that as well.
I'm protesting.
Orhan Vandersleert. We know he pleaded guilty to extortion and fraud last week in a twisted plot to con money out of the mother of Natalie Holloway, the Alabama teenager he is now admitted to killing in Aruba back in 2005. Well, you know, we agreed not to prosecute him. We can prosecute somebody on our soil for killing somebody in a foreign land, for killing an American in a foreign country. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Yep, we can do that. But we agreed not to do that. Aruba didn't make that agreement. So he confessed.
Yeah, yeah.
But here's the problem.
Little glitch.
There's a little bit of a glitch there. Aruba has, which I do not understand any place having a statute of limitations on murder.
Yeah.
Of 12 years. Of course,
Yeah.
this occurred in 2005,
Mhm.
18 years ago. That girl would be double her age now if she'd been alive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mama, children,
Mhm.
married.
Anyway, but the plea deal in the federal court in Birmingham did not include murder charges.
No.
Aruba says, though, there could be some extenuating circumstances that would allow them to charge him with murder. Whatever sentence he's is getting in the United States for extortion, it's going to serve it concurrently, but it's going to be served in Peru,
Mhm.
where he's being where he's been held on murder charges, and he's not being held in a nice prison in Peru. He's being held in one of the tough prisons because of his efforts to smuggle drugs and to do other bad things.
Well, he's part of the reason some of this was delayed. He got the mess beat out of him in there. And when we were up in Boston, we were having a discussion about this, and some people, especially when this came out last week, we were up there when they were talking about it. And first of all, some still maintain the dad was somehow responsible because they proved he contacted the dad.
Well, they did that, but one of his
the two
confessions,
brothers are involved too. They need to be charged.
In one of his confessions, he said that daddy helped him hide the body.
That's what people were saying. They definitely think dad.
And he's a
helped hide-
judge,
right,
in Holland.
Yeah, and he was something affiliated with the police there at that time.
Mhm.
And those two brothers are involved as well. And they claim they left him with her, but there are a lot of people that believe that if the brothers were charged, they think they would totally spill the beans. They think they would crack. The two brothers, I think, are way involved as well. They were just never charged.
Yep.
Do I believe everything he claims? I don't believe his claim, because one of the things Jordan Vandersloot said, and we were talking about this, was that he went into waist deep water and just
That's
kind
what
of
I was saying.
that body would have floated right back to shore.
There's no seas
what I
there. There's no ocean
questioned.
Per se. I mean,
I
it
don't
could drift
think
down.
it happened that way, but mainly because then why would you call dad? And then there's that time frame.
Mhm.
And I mean, I don't know anything about Aruba, never been.
I have.
But are there just random cinder blocks just laying all
Not
over
normally.
the beach? I didn't, and he claimed it was like a pile of cinder blocks. I mean, that is
I don't know.
so
Maybe it was from a construction
far-fetched.
that was going on nearby or whatever. Who
Maybe it
knows?
was from a
someone
fire
in the
pit.
comments claimed that he lived there at the time, and he said there were very rarely did you see cinder blocks laying on the beach. And why would then where was the blood? Like there's like a lot of questions.
Yep, there would be questions.
I
Should
have
been
a
questions.
lot of questions. I think the story he gave. Do I think he killed her? Absolutely. We know he killed her. I'm not so certain I believe his version of what happened.
He's a liar. We all
I
know
definitely
that,
think
so.
he's lying.
Okay,
And I-
let's take a break.
yeah.
You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Fox News is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. 2 elderly Israeli women are released by Hamas terrorists in Gaza, among more than 200 people believed to have been taken when Hamas attacked Israel October 7th.
Yocheved Lifshitz, an 85-year-old who bravely talked about the terror that was inflicted on her and her husband, who is still being held inside Gaza. She was released overnight with another woman from the community of Niroz. She talks about how she was taken into Gaza on the back of a motorcycle, how people beat her, and then she was taken into the tunnel system and fed just one time a day.
Fox's Trey Yanks. At least 7 people are killed in a series of highway wrecks in Louisiana.
State police say dense smoke from marsh fires combined with thick morning fog caused a mile-long pileup, prompting highway closures in both directions near Manchac and St. John the Baptist Parish.
Fox's Tom Rigotti. House Republicans meet at 9 Eastern to elect a new House Speaker nominee in a secret ballot. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
And we're back. It's 8:01. And as we told you, Dr. Greg Murphy, our
Yay.
3rd District Representative on the line. Good morning, Doc. What's up?
Hey guys, good morning. How y'all doing?
Oh, we're
I
hanging
know
in
you
here.
must be tired.
What time did you finally get in last night?
What's that?
What time did you finally get?
Oh, I got in I got in early. It was 10:30.
I know there's been nights y'all have been working like 1, 2 in the morning. I wouldn't say working, probably
Yeah.
arguing.
Well, and all could have prevented. I mean, should have never happened. Let's just put it that way.
I agree.
Absolutely. As first of all, great seeing you yesterday. I saw you from afar. I was in the back of the bus, basically, at the Beirut Memorial and the service that was held there.
Wonderful.
I thought it-
Wonderful. Beautiful ceremony.
Oh my goodness gracious! And the commandant. I mean, I had to use one of his quotes this morning right up front. You mess with our Marines, and somebody else will be raising your children.
Yeah, that was an interesting comment. Comment because I flew back on the plane from Jacksonville, and he mentioned that. He said, "I'm probably going to get some flack from that, but that's
No, he won't.
That's true, and it is true. You don't. We don't raise. You don't train Marines. You don't train soldiers. You don't train airmen to just give out flowers. You train them to kill.
That's it.
And you pray that you never have to use. They never have to use that skill. But this is war,
Yeah.
and it's tragic because today's youth doesn't understand the great gifts they've been given, and it's in a very difficult place with them. And so, we're probably the most tenuous times since I've been alive, for sure, with what's happening in Ukraine and Israel and with Iran and with North Korea and with China especially. I think folks are absolutely naive unless if they don't realize we're on the brink of war.
Yeah, absolutely. This is 1939 all over again.
Absolutely. Reminiscent of the 30s with Biden's and the government taking over everything, and absolutely, we are at that precipice again.
And it's scary. And then we also have an election we're going into next year. And it's just, we can't even get a House Speaker. What's wrong with you guys?
Well, this should have never started to begin with, guys. Should have never started to begin with. It was a personal vendetta that Matt Gaetz put against McCarthy, and had nothing to do with politics, had everything to do with his vendetta against him. And this is where we ended. We ended up in chaos. And this is how you grab defeat from the jaws of victory, with so much being destroyed by this country, by the Biden administration. And then this happens. And we have several folks in our caucus who don't get the big picture. They don't see the big picture. They're chaos mongers, and all it's going to do is put us in the minority. And everything we've gained, we would have learned nothing about Hunter Biden and all his business dealings leading to his dad. We would have learned nothing about that if we had not been in the majority. So all that's thrown away for chaos mongers.
Yeah, those dissidents, as I call them, that's my polite name for them. I just don't understand. It just goes to show why I'm not a member of a political party, because I would probably just be raising Cain with them personally. I'd be all over them.
Let's put it this way. Sometimes there are penalties for criminal activities, and I would never condone one. But I've been tempted.
I understand.
Yes.
Blanket parties are a wonderful thing in certain situations, and if you don't know what it is, I'll explain it to you one day.
Well, what does it look like? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What does it look like in the House today? Any chance that someone will come out of the 8 and be nominated?
I actually believe so. There are really only, I think, 3 or 4 names that are serious contenders. Not that the other folks are not, great legislators and members of Congress. But a few of them don't, I don't believe, have much of a chance. But I think the top folks right now, Tom Emmer's been, the whip, and he's been a leader for quite some time. It's very unfortunate President Trump, I'm not sure why all that occurs, but he's up there. Kevin Hern, I think Kevin Hern would be an excellent candidate myself. Kevin is smart. He's a rags to riches story. Grew up in Arkansas in a house with dirt floors, outdoor plumbing, and basically built several huge companies. I mean, hard worker, really, really dedicated. Then there's Byron Donalds. Byron is an excellent speaker. As far as giving speeches and stuff. Mike Johnson, who's the former leader of the RSC, who is now a deputy conference chair. Very smart, previous constitutional lawyer. And I think those are our main people. It's really hard to budge some of these people on the far right side of the party who basically, if they don't like it, they take their ball and go home. That's not the way a team works. And that's just very unfortunate. And all it does is give power to the Democrats and those that want to destroy this country. Good God. Can you imagine Biden as a wartime president? Sadly enough, I believe his actions have in many ways led to these difficult times, because what happened in Afghanistan, I'll be very, very clear.
Oh, good gosh.
What happened in Afghanistan has led us to what is going on in Ukraine today. Period, point blank.
Yep. No doubt about it. None whatsoever. Now you got Biden really now he's beginning to irritate me really bad. He's put a hurt on lobstermen out of Maine, New England area. Mm-hmm. He's closing some areas so they cannot even set their traps there. There are going to be fewer lobsters at the grocery store for me, at the restaurants for me. I love lobster. He's doing this because of 400 existing right whales, somebody claims, get tangled up in lobster lines. They can't. Well, they've not one person has shown any evidence of that whatsoever.
Here's the other thing. NOAA has been proposing a rule to limit any vessel 35 foot and longer to only go 10 miles an hour out to 15 miles at sea. 10 miles an hour because of the whale. I asked my team to research that, and they came up with 4 whales that had been killed by shipping, 3 of which were by huge cargo ships. 1 was by another vessel in the last decade. And by the way, guess what's killing the whales right now? It's the windmills.
Yes.
It's the windmills. And they're not going to talk about that because it doesn't fit their narrative. We live in bizarro world right now.
Well, we do.
We live in absolute bizarro world.
And he's given a green light too, by the way, up in the New England area for those windmills that are owned and operated by foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What the world?
Guess where all the components? Guess where all the components come from?
Let me think. I'm trying to think. How do you speak Chinese?
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And, here he is in all the world of climate change and cutting CO2 emissions. For every windmill and every solar panel and everything that they create over there, they put 2 new dirty coal plants online a week. So, somebody needs to tell Joe that the air circulates around the world. It doesn't just stay in one spot.
Yeah.
And it's beyond comprehension. It's beyond comprehension. When I was trying to argue, the Wildlife Service did something ridiculous to North Topsail Beach. They plotted a part of the island as part of a cobra place, and which was absolutely wrong 40 years ago, and already had structure in place. And so they made a mistake. They absolutely just made a mistake. Just admit your mistake and move on. It was 600 acres compared to 6,000 acres. And you talk to these guys and you just say, well, I hope it's going to be there. It's really my dream. It has nothing to do with reality. It has nothing to do with reality. And they live in a world of butterflies, rainbows, and unicorns. And that's not the world. That's not the world that Hamas lives in, Hezbollah, the Chinese. It's not the world. And unless we get our act together, it could be bad for the United States. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got any news releases coming out today?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check with my PR guy.
Okay.
I have something I want to say. I am very, very, very upset that the North Carolina legislature, doing the redistricting of the maps, are moving us out of 3rd congressional district into 7th.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh,
okay.
That's the best
I
news
was
we've
given
heard.
notification, or I heard yesterday in the Senate committee, they did some amendments to put Onslow County back in the 3rd
Thank
district.
you. I'll go back and look. Right. Because I was going to tell you, you're still going to be our congressman regardless.
We'll still call you.
I'm still going to work on your campaign regardless. I don't care.
Well, you're sweet, but it just doesn't make any sense to separate the Marine base. Doesn't make any sense at all.
That's what I said from
So-
day one when I heard this. I mean, we got Cherry Point, then we got the Marine Corps Air Station, New River, and Camp Lejeune right here. That all should be in the one same district. My God.
I'm going to go in there and take a look today, but that just made my day.
Good.
Just made my day.
Well,
we'll call Zara.
I think the House votes on it today. I believe the Senate voted on it yesterday with the amendments and passed it out with corrective stuff. I was dumbfounded. I was livid. I said that just doesn't make any sense.
I know
So,
they were giving them till yesterday afternoon to turn in the amendments, so I didn't keep up with it
I didn't either.
yesterday.
I got busy.
I'll go back today.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good news. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
I think so. I mean, I think I've worked very hard to. Our first district office was in Jacksonville.
Yes, it was. I can tell
We
you
have
right
two
where it was
members-
at.
two staff members there,
Mhm.
Cody and Trevor, who are doing an excellent job. And I love coming to Jacksonville. I was there yesterday, and we love it. And I'm cautiously optimistic the House will pass it today, and that would be the case.
We'll keep a close eye on that
I'll
one.
go in there and take a look.
Well, next
at
time
it.
you're coming to Jacksonville for a Beirut thing or something, whatever, we'll get you out of here in time to get over there if you want to come in here a little bit early.
Yeah, we'll even buy you breakfast.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
All right.
Well, good luck today. I hope things come to a conclusion today.
Yeah, I do too. Enough is enough, and these folks who are chaos mongers.
Yeah, I saw one in
ones who
particular.
especially, and I won't call them out by name, but all they did was during the entire process go out, put out fundraisers, and play victim. It's pathetic. It's
Well, I'll just
pathetic.
throw out the first name on one, Nancy. A little exchange
don't
that you
get
had
her.
with her.
I just don't get her. Same thing with Matt Gates. I just don't get those people.
Right.
I'm not going to sit there and attack them on air, but I
Right.
just don't get it. If you've never been part of a team or never understand that there's something greater than your individual glory, fame, or whatever, give me a break. So,
Okay.
I understand.
Well, I was just glad to see yesterday Marines and civilians working together, the camaraderie that was there with the Marines and with the civilians that were there. It was amazing to see that.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate you coming down for that.
absolutely, my great honor to do so. Be part of the memorial for tragedy that occurred 40 years ago.
Yeah, me too. When you see the commandant at any time, tell him I said thank you for his comments.
I will. He's a great man.
Yeah.
Really great man, and such a great advocate for the average Marine, and understands that we want our Marines to have a good standard of living, but they have to, at some point, if called upon, carry the fight forward.
Yep, and keep the country free. All right, Doctor, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. God
Yep.
bless you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a good one. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B, Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty all the time, because your pets are family members too. We've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solid-Tech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
The Women's Fellowship of the First Christian Church of Richlands is having a craft bazaar Saturday, October 28th from 9 till 2:30. Admission is free. There will be handmade items, concessions, and vendors in 2 buildings. First Christian Church Richlands, 124 Trot Road. For more information, contact Mary Ann Metz at 910-330-0398.
Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
It's not for everyone. Only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience, and that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we are back. Good to hear from the congressman. It's always a pleasure to find out what's going on behind the scenes up there in Washington, D.C. Sometimes it's scary. Doors at Tideline Marine, 10 minutes. They'll be open. They may be open now, but it's guaranteed to be open in 10 minutes, no later than 8:30. They open every day, Tuesday through Saturday, 8:30 in the morning. Tideline's closed on Sundays and Mondays. Tuesday through Friday, they close at 5. On Saturday, they close the doors at 2. You don't want to wait till the last minute to get down there, just like you don't want to wait till the last minute to call the show. Call us early. Call us now. If you get out down to Tideline, don't wait till the last minute, because some of the stuff that's on the walls might not be there when you get there. The things that I talk about here might not be there. They still got, as of Saturday, 2 or 3 trolling motors left in stock out of a dozen more than a dozen they had just a few weeks ago. That's how fast they're going. They've got some brand new Aloha Tritune pontoon type boats. They've got some offshore center console boats. They've got the Lund fishing boat. Don't wait. There won't be any more arriving likely. And if you need to be repowered, come on down there. There's a pretty good supply of motors right now. The Mercury outboards, they're in stock right now. Don't have any used ones. Not yet. Come trade yours in. We might have a used one for somebody else after we clean it up and fix it up. Tideline Marine. One place, one-stop shopping for pretty much everything you need. And if you need servicing on your outboards, If it's a Mercury, Yamaha, Johnson, or Evinrude, you can get it done at Tideline. If you're not having any issues, routine maintenance, and that's all you want, that can generally be handled within a week or so. Sometimes, depending upon what's in front of you, within a day or two. Give them a try. Stop in, say hi, and even if you don't find anything you want to buy right away, be sure to enter the weekly drawing for some cool stuff. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. I don't know where that frog is coming from. Geez, he's been pretty here this morning. Northeasterly winds offshore today around 10 knots, seas 3 to 4. Dominant period 10 seconds, sounds and rivers only a light chop. Northeasterly winds 5 to 10 on Thursday, seas 3 to 4. Sounds and rivers a light chop again. And pretty much the same thing on Friday. Northeasterly winds in the morning and then becoming southeasterly later in the afternoon and evening, and then switching around to the west after midnight tomorrow, Friday night. Seas only 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop.
Today, sunny, high of 73. Tonight, clear, low of 49. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 78. Tomorrow night, it'll be clear, a low of 55. And on Thursday, sunny, high of 80. It looks like the weekend's going to be sunny. And warm
sunny
as well.
and warm. It was like 43 degrees this morning when I got up.
Well, when I woke up, it was 38. That's what it said, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm looking at the new map.
Okay, what you got?
Oh yeah, it puts us right back in the 3rd district.
Yay.
It takes Duplin and Sampson along with us out of the 7th and puts us back into the 3rd with Jones, Carteret, Craven, Pitt, all of Pitt this time. Very good. But Pamlico, Hyde, and Dare. So they took some of our northeastern counties out of the 3rd district and threw them back into the 1st. But I like this one. It looks much more proportionate.
Yeah.
And it puts us right back in there with the rest of the military bases right here in
Yay.
eastern North Carolina. So I like this map. All right, that's the 2nd edition of Senate Bill 757. So
Glad we got that information.
keep my fingers crossed on that. But I like the fact that they put all of Pitt County back in because, the last map of this past couple of years, they had a portion of Pitt County out of, that district, which actually the house that Greg Murphy owns and lives at in Pitt County was actually in the 1st district as opposed to the 3rd district. But he stayed with us in the 3rd district. So I like this map. Yay. Fingers crossed on this one.
I don't know when it happened, but I'm just seeing the report for the
It was
first time
yesterday.
yesterday.
Mhm.
There was apparently a lot of fog in Louisiana along an
Yeah.
interstate.
Yeah.
158 vehicles. 158 vehicles were involved in a single wreck.
And they had some deaths.
7 deaths so far. Once they get all that wreckage cleared, which is going to take some time. Oh my goodness gracious! 7 confirmed dead. They could find some more trapped in some of the wreckage.
That's terrible.
Wow.
I know when I saw the headline originally, because the headline didn't say it was, my first thought was New York, because I'm going to tell you what, I don't like New York. My driving through New York solidified the fact that I don't like New York. My driving through New York City 1,000% solidified the fact that I do
You
not
could
like
find a
New
way
York.
around it.
The worst drivers I have ever seen in my life. I'm telling you. Awful. Awful, awful. The girls were stressed. Yeah, it was just bad. Going
And
then
you were
going
driving
up on
trying to
one-
run 90 miles an hour, right?
I was just trying to keep up with traffic. I'm just trying to fight for my life. Who you kidding? You have to get on somebody's bumper to keep people from cutting you off and hitting you. It was just a mess. It's literally like Thunderdome on wheels.
My sister and I, when we went to New York, I found the worst drivers I encountered were in Pennsylvania.
No, New
They were
York.
crazy
That
rude.
New York City acting a fool, rude. Even the school buses, it's like they just shut their eyes and just merge in traffic, with that thought, you're either going to stop and let me in or you're going to hit me. Like one of the two things are going to happen. And even on Sunday, driving back through New York, it was the same. Because awful, just awful.
Well, we're going to check in with an over-the-road hauler. Jimmy, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, and ye to the heart to the driver going through New York. Ain't you sweet.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I was never so happy to be back in the South in my life.
I ain't never, honey. I always, unless I had to go down to into the Bronx, I bypassed that whole island.
We tried, and
Think I was
it was so much like congestion on other spots. We had to go this particular way, which was always added about 2.5 hours to my driving time because of the setting. It was awful. And it was Sunday night. It wasn't any better.
We no, it ain't. It ain't.
I thought it would be. I'm like, okay, it's a Sunday. Nope.
Because what I used to do when I had to go where you were going, I would get right there at Baltimore, take 695.
Yeah.
I'd take 695 to 87, take 87 to 81,
Yeah.
take 81 into New York, and keep right on trucking. And people look at me like I was crazy. I said, well, try it sometime.
I've done that.
Them boys
Yeah.
would go up the Jersey Turnpike and hit that Geo Bridge.
Yeah.
And I'd see him about a month or two later. Said, man, what was that route you took again?
Yeah, I've gone the way you were talking about numerous times because you got to remember I have family members that live in Massachusetts, so I have gone that way before.
Why
but
do you have family members in
that's
Massachusetts?
where they live.
It's the witches.
Yeah,
yeah. But you go right on left.
But I've gone that way. Yeah, but this time there's everyone seems to just be doing construction everywhere. I'm just not sure what that's all. It's like they time it. So I was forced to go the way I went.
They get your schedule.
Well, the thing about it is, you got up north. You got two seasons, only two. You got wintertime and road construction.
Yeah.
And I mean, as soon as it's going to get 40 degrees and above,
Yeah.
they break out the cones, and we used to call them Snyder eggs, the barrels, the orange barrels, because there was a trucking company named Snyder, and that's what we used to call them, because the Snyder guys was they were doing all this training, taking these young kids off the farms and out of the military, and just giving them a job driving a truck, and bless their heart, they train them for a couple of weeks and turn them loose. And they would hit them barrels, and some of them are not full of water, they're full of sand. And they would tear the trucks all to pieces. J.B. Hunt did the same thing. We'd say, yep, there's a Snyder egg. And you see one busted, and yep, sure enough, somebody's hit one. But I feel your pain. I every time I go up north, when I get to the North Carolina, Virginia line, I start getting ill. And the further north I go, the iller I get.
I'm telling
Every
you.
time if I go up to Beantown, I'm the maddest youngin' you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And I hate it. But now I went around, when you go up around 81 and stuff, if you're going in the daytime up there in New York, upstate New York is beautiful country. Everybody is just
I like it.
just as nice as they can be. I mean, and I go out of my way to go up through there, and I know it's bad. But that's the only time they can do road construction.
Well, it's
Because you can't-
awful.
You can't clean the asphalt, and it's freezing cold. can't
Makes
do it.
sense. It is. I was
But I want to tell
happy.
you what I called about the picture.
Oh, you like the
Y'all,
picture?
I saw that. Oh my God! That's why I sent you back to frame that thing. I looked at that picture, and I mean, you're a beautiful lady anyway, and that and the witch's outfit, man, you were so beautiful with the blonde hair and your lipstick on. And it made me want to put my Kevlar underwear on, and I ain't even married.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
Well, I appreciate that.
Should have known this was going to end up about Tim.
But I mean, it's a fantastic picture.
Thank you. I'm going to
Yeah,
frame it.
Blow it up.
Yeah, I am.
Please do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And bring an extra one and put it in the studio. For God's sake, it would tickle me.
We need to put that on our website.
I'll put it on the website. I'll put the one. I even saved it as my screensaver. But yeah, this.
Put it on our Facebook page and also put it up on.
Yeah.
Send it over to Hollywood.
I've had a lot of people ask me, about that. They want to see the picture that aren't friends with me on Facebook. So I'll put it on the show Facebook page to see, because I actually was very pleased.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just something about you standing there with the broom.
I was in my natural habitat. That's what it is. Raven's
there
always
you
talking
go.
about natural poses and stuff. I was in my element. I'm with my people. I was in my natural habitat. This is the real Kelly right here. Captured my essence. Yeah. That's what it was.
But I just want to say, thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
I mean, I appreciated that. I showed it to
I'm gonna put it
Diane.
on here.
She said, man, that is awesome. The way she's standing there. I said, oh, yeah. I said, that would scare any cockroach in the house. If they see a picture of her like that, they know they're fitting to get zapped. I said, they'll leave.
I'm going to put it on
yeah,
there.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to pick on you,
Thank
man. I'm
you.
glad you're back home.
I'm
And
glad to be
I
back.
thought about you up there. Cause like I said, I've been up there many, many times. I hope I don't ever have to go back. And but I hate it. And you hate people up there. You hate to be around them. Going through New York, because when I used to have to go to Hunts Point, I hated life.
You're fighting
And
for
I
your
went,
life.
the only time I ever enjoyed it. Huh? Go ahead.
You're fighting for your life in that traffic. I mean, I was,
Yeah,
going into the Bronx, right? And we had to go across the stupid old George Washington Bridge. I mean, it's a mess.
Yeah.
And you literally are taking your life in your hands, and you have to have to just have some backbone, because it's awful. I just hate it. Hate it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen the time you'd have, we call them covered wagons, and you'd have fruit or oranges or watermelons or something like that, and be open. And you'd have people jump off the overpasses right there, which the walkway overpasses ain't that high. And you're running through there then they'll slow you down. They'll walk out in front of you. And they used to tell us that they walk out in front of you, grab another gear. Don't you stop. And we wouldn't. We were told that they're just waiting on you to stop. If you ever stop, they got you. They'll get you. And they'll hijack you. And he used to tell us that all the
believe it.
time. And don't you do it.
Well,
And I've seen them where they jump right off the overpass and start throwing vegetables and fruits, and people running down the street catching them and trying to catch them. And that was way back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Wow.
I was told they cleaned Hunts Point up. It's nothing like that now. But the only place I've ever been in New York City that I actually liked, I had to go into Long Island one time with a load, and they told me it was going to be about 4 hours, so they took me to a restaurant. Some of the best food I ever ate in my life, and it was like country cooking, but it was Yankee. But you could eat it, and they were so nice, and they talked about New York. They act like they hated the city and this and that and the other. And I said, well, ain't we in the city? You know, they all got a kick out of me. Not me out there talking. Ain't we in the city? Well, you know, we're on Long Island. We're on Long Island.
Long Island.
We're not you know, oh yeah. Oh man. But I felt for you, girl. And I didn't like Mass either. I despised Mass. Seekonk Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that because I partied harder down there.
Well,
I never knew what party was, but they would cook lobster and clams like we would cook barbecue chicken. It weren't nothing to them to have a clam bake. And I had been invited to, I get laid over. Hey, come on, go with us. And we sitting there eating drunk lobster and clams. I said, man, this is the life. But it's just, I can't stand it. I can't stand it up there. I pure break out.
Happy to be in the South. Yeah.
Well, I
drove, driving an 18 wheeler.
Yeah, I drove to Syracuse a few years ago for a wedding, and it's it's a completely different world there than it is in the city.
It is,
and it's
sir.
beautiful. Went to the farmers market. It was either late summer or early fall, and they got waterfalls over there. Of course, I spent an extra part of a day going around shooting some of the waterfalls and stuff. And it's beautiful country. It's up in the hills, and the farmers market had all sorts of cool stuff in there. Glad I drove and didn't take flame, because I brought back stuff. And, Honey Crisp apples. First time I'd ever had one. Son,
I forgot all about it.
It's good. So
you can't find them.
They're hard to find.
They are hard to find down here, but they are. You're right. Best apple, and just like it's just like down there we were there in Florida. They imported some oranges from Italy, and they call them blood oranges.
Yes.
Here.
Yep.
And God knows you eat one, it is so good, but there's so much acid in it.
It's a lot of juice in
burn
it.
your mouth.
There's a whole bunch of juice in it. That is for sure.
Yes, it is. But it's just different worlds and stuff. But yeah, I felt for you, girl. But yeah, all I wanted to tell you, if you're scared of me, I want to put on my Kevlar underwear. And I said, I started to get on my knees and say a prayer for Robin, but I said, he makes it. He's my Asian Cajun. He makes it.
I'll get ready to post
But
it.
no, that's why I wanted to holler at you and pick at you.
Robbie had to
Y'all
straighten.
be good. I'm gonna get off here.
Robbie had to straighten me out. It was Ithaca, New York. We went to, not Syracuse. Ithaca.
Oh, you went, yeah.
I went. Yeah,
I've
that was a
been
good
through
area.
there, but never stopped.
Yep. If you go through there again, stop.
I got a friend that lives there.
Oh, I would love to.
All right.
But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
Be
Timmy.
Good.
Take care.
Thank you.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
If your check engine light is on and you plan to travel to visit friends and family this holiday season, it may be time to call or visit Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Cold weather is tough on cars and trucks, and the pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your starter, battery, and charging system to keep you on the road and warm with complete heater repair. From tune-ups to transmission service, a hose, a battery, or whatever you need for holiday travel, let the ASE technicians at Battlefield Automotive help you. All work is guaranteed, and the staff at Battlefield Automotive takes this time to say thank you for the opportunity to serve all your auto and truck repair needs and wishes you the best this holiday season and the upcoming new year. Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbett Avenue, Swansboro. Phone 910-325-0828 for Battlefield Automotive.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too. With Cub Cadet, zero turns, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet are engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service. If you have a project that requires ready-mix concrete, whether a driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the holidays, Mixed Masters Concrete of Buteville can handle the job. Large or small, Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does for ready-mix concrete and professional concrete finishing. Phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulaville. Proud to be part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina, and thanks all our military families and all that serve.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we're back. In the last 15, 18 minutes of the show. Give us a call, want to chat, 910-333-0139. I just got a message from a friend who had moved out of the area. He's down there in the Brunswick County area these days.
Yes.
Retired Secret Service.
Right.
So anyway, hey, Tim, I know you're listening.
Yeah. Yeah, I just answered him on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Just got a text from him.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him. In a
We
while.
haven't.
I need to come in and visit.
Yeah, and our number, Tim, it's a new number. If you want to chat with us, is 910-333-0139, which is also listed on Facebook under the profiles or the information or whatever it is there.
Everything is right there. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Dr. Williams. Came in to our studio the first week in October to talk about the end of the Alzheimer's walk to end Alzheimer's here in Onslow County. And they made over $35,000 on that. They broke records.
Excellent.
So congratulations. I'm glad that she came in to tell us all about it, and hope to have her back again soon.
Got some good news, bad news, whatever you want to look at it. With every person that dies in these United States, the beginning of these United States, there have been more to come along to replace them, right?
Right.
Well, now there are more people dying than we are birthing babies
Wow.
in this country. The population is getting smaller. And let me see, how many of the counties? Birth rate fell by 22% between 2007 and 2022. Not a single state reported an increase in birth rates, although some experienced a slower decline than others. And I saw somewhere what the percentage, a large percentage of the counties across this country have got more deaths than they have births.
Wow. That's something. Maybe it's because people can't afford kids anymore.
Maybe they just don't want them. Maybe they don't want to bring them up in an environment like we currently have. I don't know. It's we do have some real strangeness going on in the country. That's for sure. I don't know how else you would put it.
Well, beware, everyone. Now, be careful out on the roads because the Booze It and Lose It program has already started.
Just
and
be
it's
careful
gonna-
all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to continue all the way to October 31st. So cover Halloween. Because so far to date, we've lost 353 people that have died in alcohol-related crashes this
Wow.
year. In 2022, we had a total of 448. So we are under, almost 100 under the total. Let's keep it that way.
Yep,
Definitely
absolutely.
keep it
Tim,
that
is that you?
Yes, it is. Good morning, guys.
Good
Well,
morning.
good morning, Tim.
Tim Spees, retired Secret Service and a man about town. Is your wife letting you get out and do anything now, or is she making you work?
Well, I was working there for a little while, but I just actually recently resigned. It was not a good situation all around. So I chose the high road instead of the low road. But No, we're getting out and about.
That's good.
Just waiting for the hammer to fall, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we got a year to go. The big day, and we'll see what happens. More and more, it looks like this guy's going to go back in. I don't know.
I don't know. I talk to people.
It's discouraging.
And people just don't have any faith in him. They wonder what he's doing, and I don't know. I just can't see where the American people will look at reality in terms of how the economy is affecting their pocket. The changes that are going on that really the people that I'm around, they don't want it. And it's a large group of people in Congress that they just want to just do what they want to do. And they have no desire to support us or.
Yeah. I feel so bad for a big part of the country. I think right here in Onslow County, we're doing very well. We're self-governed for the most part, except for the intrusions of the federal bureaucracy. It happens, but I think we will persevere here. We've got our own little niche in the world, and I'm happy.
Sure. I agree. I mean, I keep tabs on Onslow County, and Brunswick is similar. It's more conservative. But I think it's just your cities. It's where you have your mass number of people, and they want everything for free, and they have a vision that is skewed, and it's just and unfortunately that sort of is the heartthrob for the metropolitan area. And once they get a grip on that, it's tough. It's tough to combat it.
Yeah. How's the bride?
She's good. Everything's good. She is a grandmother.
Oh, cool.
Carter William was born back on May 4th, so she's actually down there right now with them. So
okay, well, good. Well, that's good. Glad to hear it. And what kind of work? Where were you working, but what kind of work were you doing?
Just something simple. I was working at a local grocery store, and I'm going to avoid by saying the name, but they just I'll tell you what it is in this working world today. What I was a bagger and a cart guy. I wanted to get out. I wanted to do something, keep busy, and the management in businesses today is lacking tremendously. And I'll put it this simple to you. I'm a 58-year-old man. I basically had two careers. I was in the Air Force for 10 years, and then what I did for 20 years, Secret Service. And I went there and I spoke to the manager, co-manager actually, and said, I just want to get out of the house. I just want to do something real simple. I said I dealt with my demons and all the bad stuff at my other two careers. I just want to come here, enjoy making a little extra money and doing something simple. And he said, yeah, no problem. Well, literally from day 3, the assistant managers there were just, they actually would talk to me like I was like a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
I really had to step back and go, wow, what is going on here? And I mean, Rayford, you know me, I've got white hair.
Yeah.
I don't look young. And I'm like, they would just take things that were just simple little tasks and they would explode them out, make them a big deal. And, I attempted, I said, I might have the problem here, but I did it for 7 weeks. And then finally, one of them just, wasn't even a manager. It was another coworker. They broke the straw and that was it. So,
yeah,
it's not worth the aggravation. Let's put it that way.
I understand totally. And when I left doing the other things that I used to do, I was recruited to do this. So this has turned out to be self-employment and a fun thing. So I guess that's a good thing. But I also work down a couple of days a week down right here in Jayville, and because I got a couple of boats down there too, and I just enjoy working there. The people are fun to be around. They call it Tideline Marine and Family. not only because of the owner and his wife own it, and they've got 2 kids that are there all the time, little kids, young ladies, shall I put, teenagers type and younger. But the whole group is a family. From time to time, we get together and we cook. One of us will cook, and we'll just have everybody over. It's just fun.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it's supposed to be. You know, especially at our point of life, not so much our age, but our point. And, I just think that with everything that's been going on the last 3-4 years, I think that people have drastically changed in the workforce.
They have,
and they situation. But I mean, I can say this: I did find a announcement for a job up there at Camp Lejeune for a senior security guy. So I might apply for it. We'll see. I might have to make that 55 minute trek if I'm successful with it.
Well, you used to have to do that. You had to do that in DC when you were there anyway, just to drive across the street, didn't you? About 55 minutes?
Well, yeah, pretty much. No, actually, when I was in Pittsburgh and Philly, it took me about 55 minutes to get to work every day. It was quite entertaining. But we'll see. Going for a job now as opposed to 25 years ago is a lot different. The process is different, and it's almost like you provide the resume, you provide the cover letter, you provide other details verbally, and you almost look at them like they just don't. It's like they're missing something. And when you get to the level that I'm at, it is pretty self-explanatory,
Sure.
And there's really no there's not a whole lot of deciphering to do there. So
gotcha.
Anyway,
all right, Tim, we're running up against the clock here. Into the show.
I know we are. Yep. I don't want to hold you up. So if I get up that way, I'll try to stop in early in the morning. But otherwise, you guys have a good week. Okay.
Let me know in advance because I'll have to give you a new address. We've moved.
I heard. Yes. Okay.
All right. You take care. Be safe.
Take care, Robbie. See you.
Bye. See you. Okay, let's take a break. You're live in Local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301 E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above. Safety on the highways begins with your tires. Before you hit the highway this upcoming holiday season, visit Battlefield Tire Pros, 103 Norris Road and Highway 24 in Swansboro, and let them inspect your tires for your peace of mind before traveling. Since 1963, Battlefield Tire Pros has served our community and military neighbors with name brands such as Michelin, Uniroyal, Firestone, Goodyear, and many others, including a good selection of used tires. They also carry lawnmower tires, four-wheeler tires, and motorcycle tires. And alignment service is available by appointment. Save time and money by skipping the dealerships and big box stores, and let locally owned and operated Battlefield Tire Pros handle all your tire needs. Battlefield Tire Pros at the corner of Norris Road and Highway 24 in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Phone 910-326-4178 or visit online battlefieldtirepros.com.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Well, this morning flew away again pretty fast, huh?
Flew by.
Yep. We got about a minute here. So, just a story on the web right now. It's a native New Yorker lady, young woman, been there. She decided, I'm going to get out of New York. I've had it. City's skyrocketing cost of living made it impossible for her to achieve the American dream of opening her own business. So she moved to Alabama.
Oh, yeah. Is she
Alabama.
liking it?
She loves it. She's got
That's
her own
great.
business. I don't know what it is. New York City, between 2017 and 2022, more than 100,000 residents left. New York City, 100,000 residents left.
Whoa.
That's a lot. We've seen it in other cities like Detroit. Los Angeles is losing people left and right.
Well, that I understand to the max.
It's all there was. She and her husband packed up their bags, moved from New York City to Birmingham back in 2017. Within 2 years, she had opened her first bar called Queen's Park in November 2019. In 2021, she opened a second bar called Neon Moon, which she refers to as a 5-star dive bar or redneck nightclub. I like it.
Yeah.
Ever get to Birmingham again, which I doubt. We'll have to look that one up.
Here's one that'll make you mad real quick. A new study revealed that 65,000 substantial lottery winners in 13 states continued to receive food stamps or supplemental nutrition assistance program benefits.
I saw that yesterday.
I'll leave that with you.
You let me get one of them multi-million-dollar things, and I won't be collecting any subsistence of any kind.
Yes. While I struggle to buy a steak.
Yeah.
So expensive.
Well, they're expensive.
Yes, they are.
But there's some cows running around out there,
Moo.
And some venison running around too.
No.
I've got some in the
I don't
freezer
want
now.
Bambi. I don't want Bambi.
Well, you're not going to get any of my chili then. Somebody brought me some ground up the other day. Yeah, it's good. Okay, we will see you tomorrow. We have Dr. Rosemary Stein in here at 7:30 in the
And
morning.
may have some others.
And you're working on somebody else.
Yes, working on
So-
somebody now.
Okay. We will chat with you in about 22 hours. Lee had to step out of the room for a minute to
Well,
take a
that
phone
was
call.
Kelly.
Did I say Kelly?
You said Lee.
Well, I just abbreviated it.
That was Kelly.
So we can call her.
But she says bye. Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Say bye, Kelly.
Bye, everybody. I had to take a work call.
All right. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.